That'll be the day. Call to order the Common Council meeting for Tuesday, November 18th, 2025. Roll call, please. The record reflect the quorum is present, and the gentleman from the 10th, I believe, will be joining us momentarily. Please rise for a moment of silence, followed by the Pledge of Allegiance. You ready? Item number 1.
Public hearing on the 2026 to 2030 capital improvement plan.
At this time, we'll open up to a public hearing. Anyone here to speak on the 2026-2030 capital improvement plan, please come forward, state your name and address. We need your name and address for the record, please, sir.
John Antaramian, 5524 2nd Avenue, Kenosha, Wisconsin. Oh, it's nice to have a mic again.
I'm in control of that mic, sir.
I just wanted to stop by and say thank you to all of you and all the hard work that all the council has been doing in getting things done, the mayor and the administration and the city employees for all that they do for this community. So my hope is to wish everyone a happy Thanksgiving. Thank you all for your hard work. I know that the projects that you're moving forward on are good for Kenosha and that the city is in good hands. So thank you very much.
That we can definitely clap for. Anyone else here to speak on the capital improvement plan 2026-2030? Anyone else here to speak? Anyone else here to speak? Seeing none, close the hearing, public hearing. Item number 2, please.
Public hearing on the 2026 City of Kenosha budgets.
At this time, open up to a public hearing. Anyone here to speak on item number 2, the 2026 City of Kenosha budget? Anyone here to speak? Anyone here to speak? Seeing none, close the public hearing. I think we need a motion to go into committee of the whole. Is there a motion to go into committee of the whole? Moved and seconded to go into the committee of the whole. Any discussion? Do we need a roll call? Can't remember if we do or not. Let's do a roll call, please.
Alderperson Kennedy.
Yeah, how you doing? Good to see you. Let's continue.
Can we mark you as a yes?
Yes.
Okay, motion carries 17-0.
And now I believe we need a roll call, correct? Roll call for a committee of the whole. Okay. Item number 1, please.
2026 to 2030 capital improvement plan.
Gentleman from the 13th.
Thank you, Your Honor. I move to recommend to the Common Council that the City of Kenosha 2026-2030 2030 capital improvement plan being approved as recommended by the Finance Committee.
It's been moved and seconded. Discussion on the motion. Seeing none. All those in favor will vote aye. Those opposed, no. Roll call, please. Approving the capital improvement plan. I asked for discussion.
Can I go back, Mr. Mayor?
Yes, you may.
Thank you, sir.
Let me turn your mic on.
Thank you. I'm having some technical difficulties here. I don't know what's going on. Can I direct your attention, please, to page 53 of the capital improvement plan? My question is, when purchasing this museum transit van that was in an accident, is there any insurance proceeds that offset this purchase?
My understanding that all we had on that van due to the liability insurance, so there's no
Okay,
comprehensive coverage.
okay. Thank you. Can I direct your attention to page 71? I just want to give an editorial comment here that I think pergolas are stupid. They don't block the sun. Is that what we're doing, those structures that are open to the sky? Is that what's planned for Southport Marina?
I think I will let the director of parks address that.
Am I on? Okay. Right now, the pergolas are the plan. They have a slatted top with probably 10 different 2x10s or 2x12s. The goal is to provide an area for families or groups to come out and have a place to have a picnic or eat their lunch.
But no protection from the elements, no protection from the sun.
It's just a designated location for
All
a
right,
picnic.
thank you. I want to go on record, say I'm against pergolas. That's all the questions I had, Mr. Mayor. Thank you.
Duly noted, sir. Any other alderpersons' comments on the capital improvement plan? Any other comments? Seeing none. Motion on the floor is approval. All those in favor will vote aye. Those opposed, no. Roll call, please.
Madam Clerk, I'm still having problems, but I vote yes.
Thank you. Motion carries 17-0. Item 2, 2026 City of Kenosha budgets, making appropriations and levying 2025 property taxes.
Gentleman from the 13th.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I move to recommend to the Common Council that the 2026 City of Kenosha budgets making appropriations and levying 2025 property taxes be approved as recommended by the Finance Committee.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to approve the 2026 City of Kenosha budget. Discussion. Gentleman from the 10th.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Can I bring your attention to page Can I bring your attention to page 3-11 when we're looking at revenues? When we're looking over the different classifications, I don't see the cider license as a listed one. And we put that under one of those other special beer or special wine.
The cider only, there is no fee for that.
Thank you. Can I take you to page 3-12, account number 46208? I see there that we are not booking any revenue for 2026, but if we look at the narrative for the fire department, there's 35 burn permits that are in the narrative. Should we be booking revenue against those 35 permits? And I have to get to that other page. I apologize here. I'll get you that, where we're at on narrative.
The short answer is no. These are bonfire permits, but again, you'll see the $1,100 for this year we received, but didn't budget any last year. This is, once in a while, they do it. In '24, they didn't have any. So you'll see in other places too, there are smaller dollar amounts that we may have had a budget amount in '25. We haven't received any revenues, so we didn't budget anything in '26. There's other ones where we've had no revenue in '24, but some small ones come in 25, so we did. That just happens to be one where there was a bonfire, but in '24, as you'll notice, there was not. So some of those smaller ones, we just do not budget, and if they come in, like.
But if I direct you to the Fire Prevention Bureau narrative, it says that we're estimating 35 permits to be used. So if we're estimating 35 permits, why aren't we recognizing revenue for those 35 permits? And that would be 3-110. I could hear you, that's all that matters.
Whoops. Technical difficulty.
So again, on our end, because in discussions with the fire chief, I don't think that the revenue was guaranteed to be there, so we didn't put it in. Certainly, we can bring up the chief, and he can explain why it says 35 potential permits in there, but again, I don't think there's any revenue.
We don't have to talk to the fire chief. I did speak to him, and they directed that this was a city administration answer.
Excellent. I'll see you tomorrow, chief.
Can I direct you to 3-14, please? When we're looking at special charges, I was having a hard time with that section. Can you,
Yeah, so everything is put in the 200,000, and then eventually it's allocated out. So when you look at actual received, so if you look into 25 budget, it's the 200,000. So as of June 30th of 25, there were 152,000 of that 200,000. So because we don't know where those fees are going to be necessarily, as you see, they're all over the board. This year it's 87.5 so far for reinspection fees, and it was 181 in '24. So everything gets bundled into that 200,000 as what we believe under the special charges thing, that there's going to be up to $200,000 revenue.
so if the constituents of the 10th district in their wisdom return me to the seat, then in 2025 actuals, we'll see what the breakouts are. Is that a
Correct.
correct assessment?
You will see what each one of those were.
Thank you. Can I bring you to 3-18? We're looking at some. So when I'm looking at 3-18, I'm seeing a $300,000 increase on planning, research, and training. Can we, from 2024 till now, can you tell me what we're doing there?
So a lot of that is the chief has moved 3 individual officers around in his department. And the reason for that is because that is probably, they could stay in patrol, but they should be in the division that they actually do the most work in. So he has moved one, I think into SIU, one into training there. So the officers' salaries and stuff, that doesn't account for the full 300,000. There's some other training. Again, I can pull up the actual PD account, or the chief is here. But some of those, when you look at the things, is because he has moved the manpower allocation into the units where he believes that they're actually going to be functioning.
Thank you. Taking you to 3-19, I didn't quite understand the overall expenses for roadway bridges, street signs marking, and street division personal services.
So if you look down to street division personnel services, you're going to see a number of $2,717,637. So when you look at the other numbers, because you're talking about the roadway and bridges going from 1.79 to 543, I'm guessing, right?
Yes, sir.
So, again, as you look back, when you get to the individual budgets, you will see in certain ones, roadway and bridges being one of them, and others where the 100 accounts, the top personal services are blank. And then I think it's on page 147, I'm not sure. Then all those wages are there. What happens similar to this is, so the allocations of the individuals that are working, every position is fully funded, but you have somebody in streets that today may be working on roadway and bridges, tomorrow may be working in sanitation, and again, so they get allocated out to the correct accounts, so it's easier for Carol and her team, instead of making journal entries constantly, to take them out of roadway and bridges and put them in other ones. So, but on this particular one, the 2.7 million there is the one that offsets the rest of those that look like they're underfunded, I guess I'll say.
Thank you. 3-31, please. Looking at the border review, estimated expenses of 10,650, increased proposed 19,150. Is that because we're expecting more challenges to the reviews, or?
That's where it's budgeted, yeah. So we budgeted more in other professional services with the anticipation that we could have more outside legal fees for challenges. Again, will we have that? I don't know, but it's anticipated that there could be more this year, because there will be the evaluations and they go out. So it's just an estimate again, you know, where we'll end up at. We'd hope some of them don't file appeals, but we're have money in there in case they do.
Okay. 3-45. Looking at 219, other professional services, that zeroed out for 2026. And 235, equipment repair maintenance. See a jump there in comparison to what we've expenses previously.
So for the 219, most of those services are now in 233, because a lot of these are becoming licensing servicing fees, or SAS. And the 5,000, I'd have to look at something here. I don't have it in front of me of exactly what Joe has in equipment leasing, so we can take a look here. I just don't know off the top of my head what.
Watch your face.
That's all right. 235.
Takes two of us. Takes a village. Added CD
For the sake of time, I can take that question, that
No,
answer
that's all
offline.
right. The CDI, the Community Development plotter needs repair, and that's a $5,000 expense to do the plotter in community development.
What's the plotter?
It's a big planner that prints machines and stuff.
Okay, thanks.
It's a machine that prints plans and stuff.
3-51. Uh,
22.
You're starting to learn me.
Well, it's just an administration account. So you'll also see in the clerk's budget an increase in that same category. We are in the process, you should see in the next, probably the next council meeting, a service contract for Civic Plus. We are at the point we need an outside service to do all of our archiving for our social media stuff. And we are looking at, as part of that, a program for records, open records and redaction. Those requests are there, so half of it's budgeted in administration for the social media archiving, and the other half is in the clerk's office.
Thank you. Can I bring you to 3-61? 3-61? The 219 account?
19, right?
Yes.
So in, what we've done here, put it in here, so the entire zoning ordinances need to be redone. So in discussing it, we have decided that this is the year to do that. It's probably going to be a 12 to 18-month process, but our entire ordinances are 40 to 50 years old, probably very close to our current computer system. So this is not experience that we have in-house. There's been
Okay.
other cities that have done this, so it's up to 200,000. It could be a little cheaper, but the high that we had was 200,000. So we put that in city development because that's where the majority of the, well, that's where the project will be run out of.
Thank you. 3-73, please. I guess this is a question for the chief, through the mayor to the chief. When I look at the breakout of personnel, my note here is, what do we gain by adding to Special Investigations Unit, Planning and Training, Community Services versus Patrol?
So as previously answered when you were talking about the salaries, those three positions from patrol could remain in patrol, but the vast majority of their jobs and assigning them to the units that they spend the most time. The training position's a position we needed once we obtained the RISE Training Center. That's the training center that we took over as the old fire building. That's where we do all of our training. We never had a training center there before. We assigned officers there to actually design the rubric, run the training, create lessons plans, basically enhance all the skills and knowledge that we can have go through there. Doing everything from increasing our operational efficiency to some of the community relations stuff that we do
So
out of
this
there.
is more reflective of what they're actually doing.
Correct,
Thank you.
well,
Thank you, sir.
easier.
Can I direct you, please, to 3-77, account 364? I was having I don't think I understood when I'm looking at the 2024, the revised 2025, the actual 2025, and then the 2026.
So that's the revolvers?
Yes,
Is that
sir.
the
Yes.
account? So it's an old title, just so you know. So they get their rifles and things out of there. This year, it's a lower number of firearms that they're gonna get. We did discuss it. We probably should change the title from revolvers because that's a 1989 title. So it's just a different allocation of the number of weapons that they're planning on getting this year.
So because we spent the 70,000 in 2025, or proposed to spend in 2025, or will be spent in 2025, we don't need to have that same level of spending in 2026?
Correct.
Okay.
So he's got the 30,500 is what he's asked for, as in 2024, he had 26,000. So it depends on what they need that particular year.
If I can take you to 3-82, one of the things I love that the police department does is give us the budget highlights. Right, I think that's really interesting in reference to the narrative. It gives us a focus on what the department says is a important highlight. When I look at the 2026 budget highlights, it says, there's also a slight increase to K-9 supplies as outside funding for one K-9 has been suspended. Is that account in 381, K-9 services and supplies? And that $2,500, that's a slight increase? Okay, okay. Looking at 3-83, is that a good number for overtime? And do we need a mitigation plan, or are we concerned about $850,000 in overtime, or that's okay?
At this point, I'd say we're not concerned. I'd say it's a good number.
Okay.
Certainly, we've met with both chiefs on their overtime budget. One of the things is that the PD is going to be fully staffed. A lot of their officers are coming out, so the more staffing they have available should be less overtime. Sometimes their overtime, of course, is not connected to staffing at all. It's connected to calls and events that occur in the city, but at this point, we are comfortable in patrol that that is a good number.
Thank you. I was having a problem with the 102 accounts through the Parks Department and other areas. I think I know the answer because I think it was given in Public Works, but that is where it will be allocated after.
102.
Just bring your attention to like 3-163. So 55-102.
Oh, so the 100 accounts.
Yeah,
Yeah, okay, I see, you're under 102, yeah. So all the 100 accounts are personal service accounts, and that number you will see later in the back where it shows all of the funded positions, and this is where Parks, Public Works, they get allocated back out to the actual division and section that they work in.
okay.
The full allocation for their salaries is all budgeted.
Can I bring you 4-5, please?
Say 4-5?
Yes. We have the allocation of personnel for the library.
Yes.
I think through the mayor to the head of our library system. What are we losing or gaining by losing that data IT manager and picking up the administrative secretary?
That is a vacancy that we are holding open right now. We have moved our CNS, our IT staff that were under that position, under our business manager. In terms of service, you're not losing anything. We have reallocated those duties and covered them for now.
I'm sorry, I don't quite understand.
That manager position, the person in that position left, and we did not fill it. And so we used that vacancy and made another position full-time.
So the business HR manager is now our data and IT manager?
No, we do not have a data and IT manager.
I understand you don't have it. It says there in proposed 2026-0. My question is, who's doing those responsibilities then?
We have a data librarian who has taken on some of it. Our CNS staff have taken on some of it. I have taken on some of it. Our business manager is supervising our IT staff currently.
Okay, I'm not trying to be difficult, I'm really not, but I don't quite understand what you're saying. If there's someone else who can explain it better, or if I'm not trying to be dense here. Here's my problem. We had this position in 2025, we don't have it in 2026. You're telling me that this work is being spread out among others that it's listed in that 2026 column?
Correct.
That's what she said, that the duties have been reassigned to several different people, including herself.
Okay, okay. So then my question then still is, what do we gain or lose by not having that one person do it, now having 3 different people doing it?
We gain the ability we gain some salary savings by leaving that position vacant. So that allowed me to do step raises for my staff this year. I would say lose very little. The person in that position had been transitioning out for a while. I think long-term, it is definitely an area that I want to beef up again, but I feel confident that in the next year, we are not losing anything in terms of service.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. 4-7, please. The last line that it says other expenses. What did we hit in 2024 that we no longer need to account for in 2025 and 2026?
Sarah, that's yours.
I need to look at it more closely. I'm sorry. Give me just a minute. I believe those were professional services that were due to a wage study at the time, but I don't remember completely. I apologize.
No, that's fine, it's fine. Thank you. Can I go to 4-9, please? When I'm looking at the allocation of employees for the public museum, we're going to no longer have an external relations manager. And we're going to increase the curator too. What does the internal relations manager do for us? What do we gain again, and what do we lose with that realignment?
Sure. So the external relations manager was a position that I held before getting the director position for the museum. And so the tasks that that position held, part of it went to, part of it was marketing and part of it was special events. And so it broke that into 2 different positions. So one that just handles the marketing and one that just handles the special events for the museum.
Oh, and,
Those
okay,
are- that's,
okay, I see that, yep,
Yeah, curator,
okay,
yeah.
thank you. Can I direct you to 4-25? When we look at 116, is there money not coming in that was going to come in? Or is that not the way to read that line?
49116, the donations.
Yes.
That's miscellaneous donations. Once in a while, we'll get a check in, for somebody just making donations. So yeah, we don't budget anything in there as revenues.
Very good. Okay. Two more, sir, just two more. Can I take you to 7-46, please? When we're looking at the airport revenues, we have a line in there that says fee increases. This is all part of what we voted on a couple of weeks ago?
Yes, sir, it is.
And so instead of allocating that through, we're just gonna put all the increases there.
At the time, right, instead of having whatever lease does, it was a final dollar, so there will be new leases for every one of them. So yes, it was just a single line item to indicate the income.
That's it, sir. Thank you.
Of course. Oh, let's find out. Are there any other questions on item number 2? Okay, seeing none.
I just want to tell you guys, and I know I did at committees, that this was one of the toughest budgets. This is my 6th year in this position, the 6th budget. I really want to thank all of the department heads for stepping up this year. We came into this as a very tight budget. Every one of them stepped up, again, whether it's the airport director coming up with that, the police department coming in, everybody came through to the point of, some of them even wanted to give back their $700 for mileage or travel and things like that. So I just want you guys to understand the appreciation there of that. I think it's an extremely responsible budget. It's a budget where no services are being cut. There's no reduction in manpower. And again, it's only $12.40, but on a $200,000 home, we're maintaining the services. We're increasing certain things. There's a lot in the capital improvement, but yet we're able to reduce those taxes on a $200,000 home by $12.40. So I think this is an extremely good budget. I'm sure everybody will say there's others, but in overall, and then I want to give special thanks to the 3 ladies to the left of me. Carol's been doing it for many years. Sue and Evelyn, this is her 2nd budget for this, but the work that the 3 of them put into this, I know the mayor joked at one time we should film all of us in these rooms working in the papers and stuff of just how much goes into it, but the 3 ladies here, none of this would be possible without them. They have done a remarkable job, and as I said at finance, there's a nasty rumor going around that Sue is not going to be here next year. She's going to take her extremely well-deserved retirement. So publicly, I want to thank her if this is her last budget meeting. She has been a remarkable employee for helping with the budget. I call her almost daily to do it, so eventually she's not leaving till June. But this will be her last budget, so I just wanted the public to acknowledge the work she's done over the years has been remarkable. And again, in the end, Carol's name goes on it, or my name goes on it, but Sue has put a dramatic amount of work into this, and we're doing everything we can to try and keep her here. So if any of you guys have any suggestions, feel free. But I just wanted to acknowledge that, Mayor, and I appreciate you letting me do it.
Thank you, sir. Anyone else on item number 2? Seeing none. Motion on the floor, or the motion on the floor is to recommend to the council. All those in favor will vote aye. Those opposed? Roll call, please.
Motion carries 17-0. Item 3, 2026 Public Library Tax Levy.
Gentleman from the 13th.
Thank you, Your Honor. I move to recommend to the Common Council that the 2026 public library tax levy be approved in the amount of $4,934,756 as recommended by the Finance Committee.
It's been moved. Seconded. Discussion. Seeing none. Roll call, please.
Motion carries 17-0. Item 4, 2026 Public Museums Budget.
Gentleman from 13th.
Yes, I move to recommend to the Common Council that the 2026 Public Museum budget be approved as recommended by the Finance Committee.
Moved and seconded. Discussion. Seeing none. Roll call, please.
Motion carries 17-0. Item 5, resolution by the mayor to approve the 2026 operating plan and budget of the Kenosha Lakeshore Business Improvement District and to levy special assessments.
Gentleman from 13th.
Thank you, Your Honor. I move to recommend to the Common Council that the resolution by the mayor to approve the 2026 budget and operating plan of the Kenosha Lakeshore Business Improvement District bid and to levy special assignments be approved as recommended by the Finance Committee.
Second?
Moved and seconded. Discussion. Seeing none. Roll call, please.
Motion carries 17-0. Item 6, resolution by the mayor to approve the table of organization of the city of Kenosha, to approve job reclassifications and pay grade assignments, to modify the compensation plans for non-represented seasonal and part-time employees for 2026.
Gentleman from 13th.
I move to recommend to the Common Council that the resolution by the mayor to approve the table of organization of the city of Kenosha, to approve job reclassifications and pay grade assignments, to modify the compensation plans for non-represented seasonal and part-time employees for 2026 be approved.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Discussion. Seeing none. Roll call, please.
Motion carries 17-0. Item 7, resolution by the mayor to establish stormwater utility rates within the city of Kenosha, Wisconsin.
Gentleman from 13th.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I move to recommend to the Common Council that the resolution by the mayor to establish stormwater utility rates within the city of Kenosha, Wisconsin be approved as recommended by the Finance Committee.
Moved and seconded. Discussion. Seeing none. Roll call, please.
Motion carries 17-0.
I would entertain a motion, gentleman from the 13th.
Yes, I move that the committee of the whole rises.
It's been moved and seconded to rise. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Alderperson Dyson? Yes. Okay. Okay, motion carries 17-0.
Okay, at this time, I would entertain a motion to adjourn on your laptop.
Second, Mr. Mayor.
Moving and second to adjourn. All those in favor say aye. Aye. We stand adjourned. Thank you, everyone. See you tomorrow night, 5 p.m.